Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview. April 1st, April Fool's Day on the year 2015. Traders, great to be with you. Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, very hot, white sandy beaches, and early in the morning, we're back with you. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, lots to talk about today. Got some charts and some data to talk about. It's going to be an interesting trading day. Yesterday was a wonderful trading day. Most of our trade plans came together, I'm happy to say. As you know, forecasting is one thing, but making profits is another. Well, traders, before we do that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator through the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful career in the public safety department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later got on a big airplane, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my 27-year career in the fire department. And well, traders, it's 2015 and I'm still here. Absolutely enjoying my second career full-time as a Forex trader. I do trade the markets every day. I'm always looking for probabilities and opportunities to get into a successful trade. As you know, we don't always win. And as you know, we don't always take trades. Sometimes we just sit on the sidelines and we are bored out of our minds. But that's okay. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, though, traders, is please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's do it. Let's get a move on today. We've got news and commentary. And let's start off with the indices. Let's see what happened in the closing of the sessions out of New York yesterday. The Dow closed down negative 1.11%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.88%. The NASDAQ closed negative 0.94%. And the Russell 2000 closed at negative 0.40%. Let's head over to the Eurozone with the DAX closed negative 0.99%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 1.72%. The CAC 40 closed negative 0.98%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed negative 0.82%. Wow, everybody in the red yesterday. Unbelievable. But some good trading yesterday. All right, let's move over to Asia. And remember, these countries are currently open and are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 is negative 0.68%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is currently in the red at 0.53%, with the Shanghai barely in the red at 0.01%. The Hang Seng is in the green, positive 0.39%. And the Kospi is in the red at 0.52%. So that is what is going on with our indices. Let's take a look at what's on the calendar today. We did have some data come out. First of all, building approvals came out in the Asia session today, and they were positive 3.2% versus negative 3.8% the previous month. China had some data come out, manufacturing PMI and non-manufacturing PMI, and those are both positive today. So it's their first month out of 3 that they are in expansion, and out of the last 2 months they've been in contraction. So what else is going on? We have in our sessions today, we have the Great British Pound as manufacturing PMI, and that is it for London. Not a lot going on in the London session today. In the U.S. session, we have ADP non-farm payroll, non-farm employment change, and that happens in our New York session. And that wraps it up. We do have New Zealand as GDT price index. Traders, I have to be honest with you, I'm not sure what that is, but that looks like that's about when the New York stock market closes. So that's what's going on in our data releases today. So we do have a pretty good calendar to get stuff moving and shaking and baking and all that good stuff. Commentary today's price action was really nice to us yesterday. Like I said, most of our trade plans worked yesterday. The dollar is strong. What can I say? Buy the dollar. It worked yesterday, and I'm hoping it works today, as you'll see the charts. Some of these charts, you're going to say, wow, that's the same chart as yesterday. Well, it's not. They're new charts, probably just with the same markings and different numbers. But we have some really nice trade plans for you to look at. So I'm just upbeat about today's trading. I don't have a lot of commentary for you today, except, just follow your trade plan and don't chase price, let price come to you. We're going to take a look at some 60-minute Forex charts to review, and as usual, we will start off with the euro dollar. This is euro dollar, really nice move yesterday. You can see it where it sold off, and now it's sideways, of course, in Asia. We'd like to see this bump up to about the 50% of the 618, above the 618, and then just take note that we want it to come all the way down to 161.8 at 1.0647. So what's the worst that can happen here? The worst that can happen here is that it breaks the 100% fib here, and it just doesn't give us a pullback. That's fine. Just enter the trade there and take it down to you take profit at the 161.8, and you have plenty of pips here. If you take a look at this trade is left of the chart after the 100%, really the whole trade, if you look left of the chart, what do we have there? We have wide open space. There's nothing to get into our way of the down trade. There is no other candles there. There's no support and resistance levels there. So it really looks nice if we can get in this trade. Looks like a nice down move on the euro dollar today. Traders, let's head over to the pound dollar. Here's the pound dollar. Really bullish today in the Asia session. Don't know exactly why. Not too concerned about that bottom Bollinger Band. I'm sure that will open before London. My concern is that this is going to end up going back up to that 200 exponential moving average and just sit there. And we only have one news event and coming out of the pound, which is pretty major. So that's manufacturing PMI out of the pound. So, we do have some stimulus to move this today. However, this pair really likes, like if you look left of the chart, when it goes to that 200 exponential moving average, it likes sitting there for a lot of hours. So the trade plan is let's break this trend line, get a bearish candlestick formation, or take it down 1.4770 or 71, 75, somewhere in that area, and then take our profits. So looks like a nice trade plan. Hopefully we'll get out of this. The only thing is there's a lot of junk left of the chart, so beware of that. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar is also bearish today in Asia, and that was because that reacted to the China news. So we want to sell this. It was a nice sell-off yesterday, a nice trade yesterday, worked out perfect. So we'd like this to come up to the 61.8, and we're going to just take it down to 0.75, 7,600, or 7,610, somewhere around that area, and we'll get out of this trade. So we got plenty of room to take this down, even if we don't get up to the 618, it turns bearish. We have plenty of room to get in this trade and get a good 30 40 pips in the pip basket. So this is, again, bearish, and we just want to sell this. All right, let's go over to the Euro Aussie. Very tricky getting in yesterday. Very hard trade to get into. I did not enter this trade yesterday. This was really difficult to get in. If you got in, you did make profit, but you had to be sitting in front of your charts, and you couldn't walk away. You basically had to sit there and wait till this finished doing what it was going to do. Today's trade plan is basically I'm not doing anything till this breaks support to the downside. If it breaks the trend line, gives me a retest, I'll buy it up to resistance. We have plenty of pips there. And that's the only reason I would buy it at 1.4110, and I want to sell it at 1.4042. All right, so what we have here with the Euro Aussie, this is yeah, like I was saying, so I had to pause the recording. What I was saying was that yesterday was really difficult once you got into the trade. So you really had to be very, very careful and stay with it, or else you would have got stopped out. So today, I remain bearish with this Euro Aussie, and we're just waiting. We really just want this to break support and take it down to the 1.3974 area. But this Euro Aussie has been really acting a little crazy. So there's a chance this just might bounce here and just head back up again all the way up to resistance, which is fine, and we'll just buy it at 1.4110. But I've given you both ends of the coin here. We have a short trade and we have a long trade. to work with, but my bias is to sell this. I'd rather sell it than buy it. All right, let's head on over to the Euro Yen. This is our Euro Yen. This worked pretty well yesterday. Very nice. You can see the sell-off. And basically, I'm looking for the pullback to the 618, and that's at 129.18, and we want to sell it. So you say to me, well, what if it doesn't pull back, William? Well, what we're going to do is if this breaks that 100% area, you know what? We'll sell it at 128.51, and we'll just sell it down on 127.77. That's almost a 70 pip trade. If we get in, and get 30 pips, we're doing okay. The nice thing I like about this trade is left of the chart. Look at left of the chart. If we break this to the downside, there is nothing there. It's a wide open space, and I love trading in wide open spaces. No previous support and resistance areas, nothing to fight. It's just a clean, nice ride to the downside. And we want to take profit at 161.8 at 127.71. Nice trade plan on the Euro Yen. Let's hope it works. Let's see how it happens once the London Open starts. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand got a little choppy yesterday in New York. You can see that big blue candle. I would assume that was data. I was not in front of my day was over by the time that candle came out. So that was in the New York afternoon. And I hope that people really paid attention to that and didn't get stopped out on that, because you were probably in profit from earlier in the day. It was a nice trade at the London Open all the way down to the London Lunch, and that just happened to work out really well. So trade plan is we want to pull back up to the 0.7493 area, which is a 38.2 fib, and then we're going to take it down to the 0.7445 area down there somewhere, and we'll take our profits. So if we don't get it all the way up to the 38.2, if you get a bearish candlestick formation at the London Open, we'll enter that trade for the short. Real simple. Just follow the trend and do not chase price. If you miss it, just hang out. Hopefully you'll get a second entry, and if not, guess what, traders? There's 41 pairs that you can look at besides this one for a possible trade. All right, traders, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. April 1st, we call it April Fool's Day, and it's been a great, beautiful morning in Thailand when I'm recording this. So on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, again, thank you for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care, traders, and have a successful trading day. So long now. Bye-bye.